Hi, welcome to the channel. Today's video is titled Dave Chappelle. This is why Katt Williams humiliated Wanda Smith. Okay, okay. We're going to check this together and I'll love your thoughts and your contribution in the comments below. Let's dive right in.
If you do anything wrong in your life, and I find out about it, I'm going to try to take everything away from you. And I don't care when I find out. Could be today, tomorrow, 15, 20 years from now. If I find out, you're fucking finished. Who's that? That's you.
So I did not want to go back and forth with Katt Williams like that. That bothered me so bad. That really bothered me.
It was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried to kill me this same weekend. Not in jokes, with a real gun in my real face on real camera. Understand, I'm losing my life.
The exclusive security video from the Atlantic Comedy Theater in Gwinnett County. You can see Wanda Smith and her husband by the front door. Watch as Katt Williams.
If you've been on social media this week, you've probably seen the drama around Katt Williams blowing up again. People are trying to cancel him over some old clip with the late talk show host Wanda Smith. You know, the one where Katt roasted her on her own show?
I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey, right now, look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli, and tell me does it say heat up water? Is that the only step in broccoli? Water? Simmer. Have you ever heard of burned broccoli? Can you burn broccoli?
And now some folks are saying Katt ruined Wanda's career that she spent decades building. And they're out here calling Katt a POS for what he did to Wanda. This comes after Katt recently apologized for mocking Michael Jackson in his old comedy special. And now some fans are saying he also owes an apology to Wanda's family. But here's the thing, not everyone is buying that story. Dave Chappelle actually stepped in to defend Katt and is saying that the whole Wanda situation was just comedy, and Katt was doing what he's always done, pushing back when someone tries to come at him. Chappelle also called out fans for digging through someone's past, looking for reasons to cancel them, especially over something that happened years ago. So let's unpack what actually went down between Katt and Wanda, why people are suddenly digging up that old interview, and why Dave Chappelle thinks the cancel crowd is overreacting once again.
That's why I don't be coming out doing comedy all the time, because y'all niggas is the worst motherfuckers I've ever tried to entertain in my fucking...
Alright, so in case you missed it, Katt Williams recently apologized to Michael Jackson's family and said he regrets all those jokes he used to make about MJ in his comedy specials. Katt said that in hindsight, he shouldn't have mocked MJ because he later realized that the people who gave him the platform and signed his checks had an agenda, and that agenda was to get black men to tear each other down.
I shouldn't have, honestly. Some of these things are the reason that the enemy decides to go ahead and let you be famous, is your ability to tear down your own kind, no matter how high they are.
And this was all it took for some social media users to go after Katt and call him a hypocrite, saying he owes a lot of people an apology, including the late Wanda Smith. One user...
Let me say this first. First of all, I think I've kind of checked a couple of videos talking about this Wanda Smith and Katt Williams talk, whatever. And here is the thing. What happens to like comedy joke, right? Or is all jokes until nobody sort of finds it funny, because it's supposed to be joke. You, as if you took the job as a comedian or skit maker, whatever. If you know you don't have the energy to receive what you give, because I mean, if you're in the same setting with other skit makers, other comedians, or whatever they call themselves, or stand-up guys, and you know, if you can give it back, and when they give it back to you, you cannot take it, respect yourself and stay where you are. That is what I always say. That's why for me, some jokes are not even funny to me. I'm just being honest. Some jokes are not being funny. People might see it, find it funny and laugh or whatever. I'm really not even much of a comedian or stand-up person that usually watch those things or some skit, especially now where people just make some skit that are very unnecessary, right? For me, lots of them are not even funny, but the ones that I find funny, I watch, right? But if you, as a comedian or stand-up person, if you know you cannot dish, you cannot take it, don't dish it. That is what I always preach, right? So I don't get. It makes no sense.
Wrote, Katt Williams is a POS for what he did to Wanda Smith. F him. And another person Smith. One user wrote, Katt Williams is a POS for what he did to Wanda Smith. F him. And another person wrote, I remember Katt Williams went in on Wanda Smith, and everyone in Atlanta laughed and was on Katt's side. It was funny, but Katt gets beside himself too much to disrespect people. And now Wanda Smith died, and all of Atlanta trying to act like they always had her back. I would haunt you lames. But a lot of people are also defending Katt, and among them is none other than Dave Chappelle. Chappelle actually compared this to his own situation when people tried to cancel him over trans jokes. And he said, comedy is the last place where you can speak your mind, and no comedian should let themselves be silenced.
This might be the noblest of professions. Robin Williams had a bar that I loved. He said comedy is the only job you can have where you can use everything you know. And that's true. You can use more than you know. If you use what you think, use it. Don't be afraid. Don't let these bitch-ass niggas button your lip. Say it anyway.
But it's not just about cancel culture. There's another side to this story about Katt and Wanda that doesn't get talked about enough. See, Katt claimed that Wanda and her husband literally tried to take him out over a joke. Now, to give you some context, this all goes back to September 2018. Katt and comedian Red Grant dropped by Frank and Wanda in the morning while Red was getting ready for a string of shows in Atlanta. And what was supposed to be a normal 20-minute chat became V103's most watched clip ever. And honestly, it's not hard to see why. Katt straight up flipped the interview into a roast after Wanda tried and failed to throw some shade his way. At first, it looked like the interview was just rolling along fine, but things got spicy fast. Katt started talking about Tiffany Haddish, pointing out how Tiffany scored a Netflix deal without ever hitting the road for a comedy tour. And he also claimed that nobody could even name a single original joke Tiffany had written. And then Katt started digging into a bigger issue, how talented black female comedians often get completely overlooked by the big media companies, while someone like Tiffany gets all the spotlight even without writing her own material. And according to Katt, the reason is that Tiffany was the safe pick, handpicked by the higher-ups to appeal to white audiences. And that's when Wanda jumped in, saying Tiffany blew up because she's real. But Katt wasn't having it. He shot that down, saying Tiffany climbed to the top of the black comedy female scene for two main reasons. She talks nonstop about dating white men, and she's got lighter skin.
Wherever
Tiffany
you
Haddish,
at under the sound of
because
my
she's
voice,
real.
do you have a real co-worker?
Right.
Do you have a ratchet friend? Do you have a sister? Do you have a cousin? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a niece? Is they so ghetto? When did that become marketable? Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt. The only thing before that in the movie with me is I slept with this white man and I got a white baby. She had a white husband for the 14 years she been doing comedy, and then all of a sudden divorced him, then said he abused her, then wrote a book, then said he didn't, and then now we're at Brad Pitt. So hey, you can say whatever you want. She said she got a disease, but JJ, don't nobody check for that. I support Linnell, Melanie Camacho, Miss Laura, all the people that got skipped over in the list between now and then. It's no shade to nobody.
Yeah,
We are in the only business where, as a black woman, what you look like is not supposed to be held against you. And time again, they show you that you can be sidetracked by anything light-skinned.
Now, the vibe between Katt and Wanda was already awkward by that point, but it got even messier when Wanda tried to throw some shade with a random question about Katt's cooking skills for his kids. And Katt didn't hold back. He started firing off one verbal smackdown after another.
That's dope.
You cook? Do you cook for your kids?
Absolutely.
Tell me some of the things you cook that they're proud of. Like, Dad made some. You got the best spaghetti. You got the best steak. What do you have?
Still
Say, what do they
answering.
like? You
Just
pick.
because you're a poor interviewer doesn't mean...
You answer the question and just tell me.
Man, you're
what
a
they
strong
like.
black woman. Is it
Answer
okay
the
for me to
question.
answer?
Come on.
You keep interrupting the answer. Everyone can hear it. It sounds like you like me a little bit. It's starting to bleed over the airwaves.
Now, for a brief moment, it looked like they actually shared a laugh, and the tension eased a bit. But just when it seemed chill, Katt threw a curveball. He started bringing up Wanda's kids and totally turned the interview into a full-blown comedy show.
One.
I have 3 boys.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Aren't boys simple? Aren't boys simple?
They can be. They can be. Yeah.
Wanda knows she
What?
She didn't do as much cooking in the latter years as she did in the beginning.
Whatever. I cook. I do it all.
I didn't say that you
Well,
didn't.
that's right. I did it in the beginning and the middle and the end.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Your boys say, yeah.
They like for me to. I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey,
And they
right now,
love-
look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli, and tell me he doesn't say heat up water.
So at first, Wanda laughed it off, but you could tell she was fuming underneath. She also tried to switch things up by bringing up Katt's past legal issues.
She wasn't filming. You guys should stop. I think they both shared a laugh. From the look of things, it looks like they were both going at each other. Or people want to. How do you know she was filming inside? From where? From where? You guys should stop it. I just think sometimes it's just fans that want to even put people's head or jam people's head together. Stop it.
Wanda laughed it off, but you could tell she was fuming underneath. She also tried to switch things up by bringing up Katt's past legal issues and even making fun of his hair, but that move totally backfired on her.
You're good at telling us about what's going on in jail.
Yes, ma'am, and getting out to tell you.
Station viewer 3, your hair is kind of.
That joint was.
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't.
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled fingers.
Come here.
While you on air,
Come
so
on.
they can hear you live.
Come on. Let me come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay? Are you all right this
Only
morning?
one of our
You all
hands
right this
moving
morning?
while we talk.
Are you all right this morning?
And then, near the end of the interview, Wanda couldn't help herself, and she threw one last jab at Katt's hair, calling him Lil Mama, and even implying he might be gay. But Katt shut that down quick, and honestly, it was painful to watch Wanda getting humiliated like that on her own show.
Wanda Jones on.
Get this inmate out of here.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me down.
Whatever, little mama.
If your cholesterol is 600,
Whatever, little mama.
I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy.
No, you little mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, girl.
And what are you, girl? You probably shouldn't talk about sizes.
No, that's okay.
You big on the radio.
That's right. And you're big
Turn
in
it
prison.
down.
And you're
yes,
big
ma'am.
in prison.
I've never been to prison.
You have
19
several
felonies,
times.
no convictions.
Yeah,
Knock it
yeah.
off. Prison and jail aren't the same. No.
Okay,
No.
But then things took a serious turn. Wanda couldn't shake off that humiliation, and things got wild to the point where she allegedly sent her husband and son to confront Katt with a gun. This all went down on September 15th, 2018, outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater, where Wanda was hosting a comedy night. Her husband, Lamoris, showed up in the parking lot and pulled a weapon on Katt. Security footage later surfaced showing the tense moments between Katt and Wanda right before her husband arrived and started chasing him. Yeah, it got messy. Now, according to the police report, Wanda's husband admitted he chased after Katt, but he insisted he never actually pulled a gun, saying he just accidentally dropped it while running. Wanda had her own take too, and a few days later on her radio show, she claimed Katt showed up just to diss her for no reason, and her husband was only trying to protect her. But then TMZ dropped a bombshell and released new security footage showing Wanda's husband actually holding a gun and seemingly chasing Katt into a nearby grocery store. Now, to be fair, the video didn't actually show Lamoris pointing the gun at Katt, and Lamoris claimed he wasn't trying to shoot anyone. But the drama didn't just disappear after that. Fast forward to January 2019, and Wanda got fired from B103 Atlanta. Now, they never gave an official reason, but speculation ran wild, and a lot of people linked it back to those Lil Mama comments, basically implying that Wanda was using gay as an insult. And in Atlanta, a city with a huge black gay community, that probably didn't do her any favors. As for Katt, he didn't comment at the time on Wanda getting fired, and it actually took him a few years to address the whole situation. Finally, in January 2024, during his appearance on Club Shay Shay, Katt shared his side of the story and claimed the whole whole Wanda drama actually started because of something she said before the interview even began. According to Katt, Wanda promised she wouldn't ask him about his legal issues or his kids. But the moment he brought up the Tiffany Haddish situation, she immediately jumped in, bringing up his kids and his time in jail. And that's when things started spiraling.
I just want to talk to you because you just won an Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on.
Right. Okay.
And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't gonna talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never gonna call you out of your name. I'm never gonna say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line I gotta call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me.
Katt also said Wanda was basically trying to humiliate him in front of her gay fan base, and he believes that's the real reason she ended up getting fired and faded.
Stop it. Stop it. Sometimes you guys are the ones putting words into their mouth or putting words in their mouth. Stop it. Stop it. We all heard what we heard, and these are just short clips. You see, for me, I don't even use short clips to just conclude on whatever, to be like, this is all in, or this is what the person said. Stop it. You guys are just putting words, twisting words to say, oh, this person said this. Stop it. Stop it.
Trying to embarrass me.
Katt also said Wanda was basically trying to humiliate him in front of her gay fan base, and he believes that's the real reason she ended up getting fired and faded from the spotlight.
In front of a largely homosexual fan base. That's why she got canceled. Gay people don't take it kindly that you would, as a derogatory, call me gay. Gay people don't feel like it's derogatory. So why are you trying to shame me with something in a community I don't even belong in? There's no gay people saying I belong over there or been over there.
You did
but I have no hatred of over there, and how dare you?
You did a number on it, though.
Hey.
You did a number on it. That's legendary.
No, you ain't.
Katt also addressed the whole thing with Wanda's husband, saying he felt like it was all a setup and that Wanda actually tried to get him unalived all over a joke.
No comedians until after.
Okay, I think I jumped on too quickly onto this without even waiting to hear the other side. Now I get it. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize for jumping on too quickly to say to talk about that when the narrator talked about the jumping on the gay narrative or whatever. But still, I just think that sometimes fans are the ones like trying to put words in some of these people's mouth or whatever, and for me it makes no sense. And I still believe I'm still a big party of, like, for comedians, right? If you know you can dish it, and when the other person who happens to be a comedian like you dishes it back at you and you can't take it, then don't dish it out. It's that simple. It's that simple, because you can't tell me you will dish a supposed joke to somebody and you expect the person not to dish it back at you. Excuse you, yo. Duh. You both are comedians, and sometimes they go back at each other, back and forth. There most likely is going to be a back and forth. So do you expect the person to just laugh it out? Like, oh, you're funny. Eh? You say what? Stop it.
I just know
Let me take it back a bit.
that it was a community I don't even belong in. There's no gay people saying I belong over there or been over there.
You did
but I have no hatred of over there, and how dare you?
You did a number on it, though.
Hey.
You did a number on it. That's legendary.
No, you ain't.
Katt also addressed the whole thing with Wanda's husband, saying he felt like it was all a setup and that Wanda actually tried to get him unalived all over a joke.
No comedians until afterwards. I just know that it was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried to kill me this same weekend. Not in jokes. With a real gun in my real face on real camera. Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job. Like, it's two comedians, what do you mean? And the world was okay with it because it was me. Had that happened to anyone else, the world went crazy when Will smacked Chris. This is a person
pulling a whole gun on a comedian in the confines of their job. It's really a weird situation when they hate you that bad.
Yeah.
Now fast forward to October 2024 when Wanda sadly passed away, just one day after she celebrated her 58th birthday. And Katt said nothing. There were no public statements or messages of condolences for Wanda's family. As for the fans, the reactions were mixed. Some were saying Katt did the right thing by not saying anything publicly, because if he had, people would have accused him of being a hypocrite. And besides that, we don't know if he privately reached out to Wanda's family to offer his condolences.
Exactly.
So the fact that social media is now digging up this old drama and trying to cancel Katt when he almost lost his life over a joke is wild, and it actually perfectly illustrates what Dave Chappelle said about cancel culture ruining comedy. Well, let me know how you feel about everything that went down between Katt and the late Wanda Smith. Do you think that Katt should apologize the same way he apologized for those Michael Jackson jokes? Or are people seriously reaching here and trying to cancel Katt for no good reason? Drop your comments below, and I'll catch you in this next video.
Wait, saying Katt Williams didn't reach out to the family when Wanda passed. Excuse you. What does that mean? Somebody should explain that to me, because I don't get it. And even if, do you think like everybody should just come up online to say, "Oh yeah, he reached out"? Even if he did reach out to them privately, everything is not supposed to be on social media. I just think like people love social media validation, that they think that if it's not on social media, then no, you have not arrived. The entire world needs to know. The entire world needs to see this. Sometimes there's things that should just be kept private. And again, I'm still for when the comedians are going back at each other. If you're a comedian or supposed comedian, and you know you're going to dish it out to somebody or to your fellow comedian, and you're not ready to take it when they dish it back at you, then don't dish it. It's that simple. Because it goes both ways, right? You give me, I give you. That's how it's supposed to be. But again, I just think sometimes fans are sometimes trying to be the ones, or most of the time are the ones that try to put some of these people's heads together, like jam their head or create feud where there is none. I just think that, and it makes no sense. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Obviously, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next